Welcome to Satsang. So what can I help you? If any of you has a question or would like to share something, welcome. Can you switch on?
My experience has been for a few months now, and even now, that it feels like I'm in two dimensions at the same time. In a way, I feel that there is only one, and there is awareness, and it feels very true as well. But on the other side, it also feels true that this is this person, this body, and I always get involved in these crazy mind things and believe thoughts and feelings and emotions. And it's very tiring.
So how are you dealing with this?
Sometimes it's quite easy to just let it go, but sometimes when it's really hard or really deep, or I don't know, just it's connected to some pattern or something, then it seems to be impossible.
What is impossible?
To let it go. So even if I know with my mind that what I should do and I should just let it go, I can't.
So what the letting go means for you?
Just to be here and relax. And don't go into the thoughts and not believing it.
But it means also that you can allow for them or not?
Allow them to be there?
Yeah.
No, not always. Sometimes I fight.
Okay.
So I don't want this. And
so this fight creates an effect, no? When we fight, when we have intention of fight, in general, when we push something, it has effect. So if you have a thought, or you have some pattern, as you said, some sensation, and you don't want that very much, and you want to get rid of it, so there is something uncomfortable already, so you add some more discomfort. Fighting with our thoughts, with emotions, never helps. We have to find a way of true fight. We have to slow down every time in this kind of circumstances and see what is happening. Am I putting more fuel to it or not? Every time it has to be alive. Every time, let's say there is a difficult situation for you and there is emotional involvement. So what do you do then? How would you deal with this?
When I'm in the situation, usually it just happens. And very often I react of the patterns.
Yeah, but let's say you have discomfort in the body. It's like emotional feeling, discomfort of the body. And some story is connected to this. So what do you do with it? How you deal with it? You allow it, no? So everything just automatically.
Sometimes yes,
And
sometimes no.
And the no, it is what?
The no, it is what, but I catch this going with it, and then I can stop it.
And what way you stop it?
In a way, when I realize that I am in this circle, and then when I realize it, it stops by itself.
Okay.
Almost.
Good.
Because I can code this circle.
So probably then, sometimes there is a capacity to do it, and sometimes you think there isn't.
Yes.
So you just have to keep going on this. Keep trying. There is no universal thing which will do this for you till the rest of your life. So every time, that's why in satsang we cannot pass the test externally. We cannot do it for tomorrow. You know, it can be done only in the very moment. The simplest way to deal with this kind of issues would be, okay, so there is already like very not nice feeling. Let's say we woke up today and we feel bad, we feel emotionally bad, there is a lot of thoughts, and this is our state. So I would start first with seeing this as it is, and even in relaxing into this discomfort. I would not. Oh my God! It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be. Let's have peace. Let's have peace. Let's have peace. Please, 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 because it's gonna be worst. No. So first, truth. This is it for now. This is it for now. Not comfortable feeling. So you are like taking your head out, but you are bringing yourself in a way in the middle of it. You breathe it. You breathe it, and then you start inquiry. You are not fighting this, really. You are not fighting, so there is like this comfortable feeling. You are not fighting it, you are feeling it. And then you evoke presence. And in presence, you are just checking if there is a story related to this feeling. If there is some thoughts behind it. It's not immediately seen, usually. Usually we don't see these thoughts immediately. Usually there is this feeling, but we cannot at the beginning catch exact thoughts. So we have to wait. We have to be patient and wait. So you are with this emotion, with whatever it is. And after some time it will come up by itself, one by one. And then you can see these thoughts from distance. You can see it. And you can see the relationship it has with the feeling which actually it made. So, and then you leave the thought. You leave it. You don't listen to it. And you just stay with the feeling until it goes. Because eventually it will leave you when you will not feed it with thinking about it. Sometimes we think we do it, but we don't. It's a little bit more patience every time. Yeah. feels okay.
Yes.
Try this way.
Yeah, it can be true that I don't go because patience is like
We don't have
I'm
much
not
patience.
always patience. No.
We don't have much patience. We don't have, and we believe that there is some maybe different way to deal with it. First, take it. I mean, this is the path of truth. I could say this is a path of truth. It's not like this that we have here, let's say, the teaching, or let's say our dreamland, our best kind of life, and now we have to bring ourselves there. This is not like that. The truth means what is here is here. So we are not deluding ourselves. I feel great at the moment. What is. We are not changing it. But we are just present to see what is what. I don't even believe it's something wrong with this. It's just relaxation and seeing.
Yes, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because our thoughts are like drugs, really. They are like drug. There are certain thoughts. You don't consume them, you take them, you swallow them, and then they produce emotional state. The body is innocent, really. The body is not wrong. We have just a wrong perception, and this wrong perception causes sickness. Meaning our emotional discomfort. Well, you probably noticed this, yeah? Like when some of the thoughts are repeating, after a while it's just directly felt inside of the body. And then you leave it, immediate rest. And these drugs are not even ours because we took them by environment we lived in. But now we are inquiring what came there, what we took. And we can say, do we want this or not? Do we want to take the same drugs all the time or not? And enlightenment is sobering. We are becoming sober. All these different kind of drugs we can have. You can have also high drugs, no? To just bring us in some state and we think, okay, this is it. Some imagined enlightenment also, it could be. In truth, we don't have to escape anything. There is just wrong perception often.
There's still a difference sitting there and here.
You notice the difference, no? It's, there is something which notices the difference.
Yesterday you spoke about death. This one sentence you asked the people, are you afraid of that? Was it enough for
To shrink.
for this here and a little bit here? Just this.
Yes.
And there is a question. In one hand is a patient, in the other hand to face with it. Which one should I choose?
In the one way is patience, and the other is
It's a face with it.
Facing this.
Like now, facing this, yeah.
mhm.
Bring it out to the light. This resistance to the light out.
Mhm.
The light meeting this heaviness or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. But you know what? We cannot do it from the body. We cannot do it from the mind. Because each of you, each of us, is a biological organism. Biologically, we have fear of death inside of the body. It's a biological instinct. The same way if somebody hurts you, you feel the pain. It's a biology. It is nothing wrong to it. It is really not surprising that our body, in a way, has the fear of death, because this is a part of nature of this body. Same way, this body doesn't want to die. It will protect itself naturally. This is everything all right with you. Everything is all right with all of us about it. There is nothing that this biological organism has to overcome in the way. Everything is okay there. That's why I'm saying that this is not that by this biological organism you are inquiring. Not by this. This will react like this till the rest of your life. If you hurt me, I will be hurt. Physically. We have this instinct of survival. It's biological. Everything is okay there. But this is something inside of us which is not only biology, which is not only related to cause and effect. So we have to just, leave this body alone. Leave this alone, leave the mind alone. Let it do what it does.
This is totally clear. This is clear. This is the amazing. It's crazy for me.
What is crazy?
This word of death, for example. This is a overrated word. Because the war word is the death. It is the most horrific word, but it's the most natural thing.
Yes.
But the word created this word of full of horror.
For your body, you mean? Yeah, it creates
Yes, for my body. This is still too, because in the morning meditation, the silence thing, I'm sitting in the silence, and this is spaciousness. But something still can survive all these silent sittings and satsangs, and this phantom guy or something, security guy or.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Leave him alone.
It's really possible to meet you in this death, like right now.
Yes. Don't focus on so much on the body, mind doing it. Just leave it alone. It's like leave alone even you're trying. And have no expectation that this body suddenly will disappear or something miracle has to happen. It doesn't have to. Because as I say often, we are listening both way in satsang. The biological organism is listening. And it is normal, all of you are listening. We are listening through our story, we are listening through this body-mind also. But this is listened also. We are listening of the listening. There is also that. I have no problem with my body existing in the presence. And some moment it will react differently. So one level is this kind of listening when we listen with the body. And there is a space where the body is listened, is seen. We recognize and we wake up that way. We wake up by being not bothered by that, even if this is screaming. It can scream right now, so what? It can, oh, please don't die. So what? Let it do. But see that this is seen. This is really seen. And today we said in the morning meditation, if you have to have one sentence with you forever, while difficulties are coming, while the body is doing many things, and while a huge fear arises, just be aware of being aware. So in the same time you are screaming and you are not screaming. Something matters for you. It disturbs you that the body might scream. Go to the place where it will matter nothing. Go to the place it will. At the moment it bothers you a bit, but it will be less and less. This will bother you less and less, even when it will be screaming. Only this way. So we are just this sentence. Be aware of being aware, nothing else. This is this acceptance, I mean. And many areas of your lives are already done. Already done. Of course, some are staying and some are strong, and the fear of death is very last one and very strong one. And there's a biological. If you believe that I would get myself crucified completely and I will have no tear, I don't know, actually. I will probably be crying. Even Christ was crying and screaming, Eni labach sabachthani, God, where have you forsaken me? The body was screaming. The body was screaming. But that was his awakening moment.
Very often, if you say go to the place where it's not sensation, very often that something goes still to some sensation, some little something. But deep in my heart, I know where, but this is circling around.
But you are there. You are there. This place is there right now when you are speaking.
And nothing to going somewhere. This is I know also. Because just relaxing in this.
Yes,
end of the day,
what you're describing right now, what you're describing, it's in a world of phenomenon. You know, you
Yes.
see, we are speaking about this way, that way, you know, and this is seen. So be aware of being aware right now when you talk. You know, so This is waves of the mind. This is wave of focus. This is wave of attention, which can be helpful. But at some point, just leave it all. And just be aware of being aware, nothing else. Don't believe that it will give you something.
To be honest, in this point, there's still something in the subtle wait for this breakthrough, this endless deepening, and something like universal
So it is
oneness and
romanticizing.
endless happiness and something.
This is romanticizing. It's like, this is a spiritual condition. This is spiritual conditioning and spiritual belief, and actually desire. Desire actually for what you have every night. Desire for dissolution. Desire for rest. And every night you are there. And in the meditation you know it very close, or you know it. It is just the life is hard, no? The life is risky. The life, it's like, oh, it's too much. I want to rest. But you know what? Rest in life. We go every night to depressed. There is nothing waiting here. Please, guys, see, there is nothing waiting here for you. This is spiritual fantasy, spiritual belief that something is waiting for you here. Quit this idea. Because this idea is putting you into the journey all the time. It's all good, but give me this, please. Just this last one, this full awakening. Just give me this. No. It's never in the future. Future is for the mind.
Of course, this was a report from the personal perspective. At the same time, some feeling of the space, and I know you fully, but
Yes.
this phantom want to coming up to the light.
Yeah, so
This resistance, and time to time, this new layers or something want to showing up to the light. What here is because
Yeah.
of you and all the people.
and
This focus, this
let
amazing.
it play.
Yeah.
Let it play. Let it dance. Let it play. Let it be revealed. But you just simply watch. You just simply watch, and don't believe if something is waiting for you. We have this belief. Okay, I will. You listen to Satsang this way. I will listen to what she says. I will listen to what she says, because it will bring me there. It will bring me there because I want to be there. I don't like this, I want this. I don't know what this is, but they all talk about it. So I want this also. And I'm asking you, no. Go back. Sit. Sit now. The future is just imagined. Everything is here right now. The space of awareness is here, and that what is illuminated. There is nothing better in illumination. We have the subtle belief that our life was bad, and now it's gonna be good. Because, I don't know because of what. So it should be good. It is actually the same all the time. Awareness is present, and it was always present. And who is there to say what is good, what is bad? Who is there to say what is good, what is bad? Or what should happen? If something will come to you, it will go. This great rest. It will go. This is not about a state. Every time we have to face this sentence. This is one of the most important sentences. If something will come to you, something beautiful, it has to be lost. If even the great relief will come, it will have to be lost, because in this world there is pair of opposites. We function this way. There is pleasure, there is pain, there is relief, there is hardness. And where is this awareness? Where it wasn't. When it wasn't. So you see, give up the spiritual search, because it's nonsense. It's just prolonging the journey. And then you're producing this journey, oh, my enlightenment. Yeah, you can endlessly produce it, and you can endlessly go, walking, while you are always there in place. Right now. I don't say what's gonna happen. Of course, you might have amazing experiences, but why you will have them? Only because you stopped looking for something specific. Waiting. Don't wait for anything. Just have it done now, every second. Every second. In every second, have it done now. Everything is here, really. Even if we have like great event and we will feel like amazing inside, it will not last forever. It will last for a while. And it's not about that. It's really nothing so sophisticated about it. Awareness is here and is witnessing this. This is because of awareness. This is because of you. Acceptance means it's enough. I love it. It's enough. Even if it's... And the more you will just look in there, this will bother you less and less. Just being aware of being aware. And see that is every time ask yourself, if it's not done, it's done. Am I aware? Thank you. Thank you. Don't be afraid of me. If something is there, just come. And don't be lazy, guys. Yeah, no problem.
Én a tegnapi reggeli és a ma reggeli meditációról szeretném.
The meditation of yesterday and today morning, I would like to talk about it.
Követtem az útmutatást.
I followed your guidance
Kimentem az erdőbe.
and I went out to the forest today as well.
És nehéz szavakba.
It is difficult to put into words.
Látom a gondolatokat.
I see the thoughts
És azt is, hogy minden egy tapasztalat. Ez a test egy tapasztalat.
and that this body is an experience.
És feltettem a kérdést, hogy honnan jön ez az egész.
And I had put the question where this whole things come from.
Aztán az elme elkezdett keresni,
And then the mind started to search
utána várni.
and then to wait for something.
Utána eszembe jutott, hogy türelem.
And then it came to my mind, be patient.
You started to,
És hogy van,
And that
minden van.
everything
Keresni.
just is, and there is nothing to look for.
Hogy minden hogy megjelenik, minden egy tapasztalat.
That everything that appears is just an experience.
Ez ad egyfajta nyugalmat.
And this thing gives me a kind of
Nem tudom.
rest. I don't know how to
Kicsit
say.
zavart még.
It's still a bit mixed.
great.
Nagyszerű.
This is that. Everything is seen. It is something very simple which brings rest. You cannot find it from where you see, because even trying to find it is seen. The movement of the mind which tries is seen. So it's just every time checking, and nothing to be done about it, really. Whatever you see is just coming, going. But the seeing is constant. We don't have to call it seeing, we can call it being. Something which is on what the picture is painted.
Mondtad, hogy a tudatosságnak a folytonossága.
You were talking about the continuity of the consciousness.
Hogy ez az, amikor látom, hogy minden egy tapasztalat, minden csak egy, ami megnyilvánul.
That everything I see is an experience and a manifestation, including the body.
Yes.
Igen.
The body is the same experience. Isn't that funny? We thought before that this body is experiencing, but fun enough, this body is an experience also. The mind is an experience. All subtleties are seen. Even without even wanting, it's just by being present. When we sit, when we do nothing, it can be just revealed to us. It's what a relief. So if this is just an experience, it's not a problem. Hmm? Yeah. Great. Enjoy yourself.
I've been in presence since months, and the trust were growing towards life and myself. But during today's morning meditation, it got seen that the meditation is also a thing that is seen.
But from where is it seen?
Abból láttam, de hogy azt vettem észre, hogy ez még mindig ott van a személyiség. Tehát, hogy a személyiség szeretné a tapasztalatot.
I saw from that, but I also see that it's still personal, the personality is still there that wants this experience.
This experience of?
The experience of awakening. And when this one thing arose, then there was a sense of lack. that I couldn't see before.
vagy nem voltam rá tudatos, de az egész, megkérdőjelezte az egész eddigi tapasztalásaimat, hogy
I wasn't aware of this lack before, but all my experiences was questioned after seeing this.
olyan, mint hogyha mindenféle tudatállapotot, amit megtapasztaltam, vagy katarzist, az mind emiatt a hiányérzet miatt volt. Tehát ez volt a mozgató dugója.
And it feels that every state of consciousness was because of this state of lack.
Yes.
Hogy nem tudom elfogadni, nem tudtam először megfogalmazni ezt a hiányérzetet, de olyan volt, mintha valamit nem tudnék elfogadni.
This feel of lacking something, it was like I cannot accept something, but I can't see what it is.
És sokszor, vagy most nem mindig érzem ezt a hiányérzetet, de néha csak a reakcióimat látom.
And I see only my reactions.
Az egész világot szinte így megerőszakolnám, hogy valamit adjon nekem.
And it is like I would like to rape the whole world to give me something.
Tehát nem csak az emberek, hanem még akár a természet is, hogy nyugalomba helyezzen, hogy mindenkitől várok valamit.
Not just the people of the world, but the nature to give me serenity. So it's with everything that I expect something from everything.
Yes.
But if I go into this sense of lack, that I will be destroyed.
You will just feel suffering now. When you go to the sense of lack, you will just experience suffering.
Saját szenvedésemet, mert már fárasztó a folyamatos kontroll és figyelés és visszaigazoláskeresés és jelzés, véleményalkotás. Szeretném csak úgy hagyni a dolgokat, ahogy vannak.
Just like
Yes, only suffering, and this whole thing is exhausting. This inquiring and creating opinions and stuffs around
Okay.
it.
Okay, so let's slow down this a little bit. So you realize that actually all your motives were for love, yes? Or your motives or what you did was for love, yes? To feel good.
Yes, this kind of lack.
Yeah, so actually we all do everything for love. We all do everything for love. We all do everything to feel good. So you saw the subtlety even in the meditation. That even in meditation we pursue some state. Actually, it's our search for love. To feel good, to feel rest. So this is very good that you saw this subtlety even. So this mechanism is automatically just navigating for love until we clearly realize that actually we are love. This is the desire is a motive of a whole universe. It's a motive of all actions, even crimes. Everything is just for love, but we believe it is somewhere. It's just misplaced. Even crazy things we do for love. But please understand it right, what I mean by love. It is not our human physical love. It's our attempt to feel good, to feel whole, to feel safe. So we are able to do almost everything for that. Unconsciously, then when we are in satsang, we do this consciously in meditation approaches. But then you caught up yourself in this, which is great. You see this, I do for that, I do this for that. All these angles. So we just have to make this self-inquiry to finish. You have to see if you're really lacking. We have to stop now, right now. That's why meditation is so important, just the moment of stillness where all of it is just revealed to you. Our thinking is even for security sometimes, even if it's crazy, it's for security. So when we are still in meditation, it doesn't mean our mind stops. Not at all. Then we see. We go there because we imagine this to be there. We go to meditation even because we imagine I don't have it. I don't have it, so I go there. I go for relationship only because I imagine this will give me because I don't have it. We go for career because we will get some approval from outside because we disbelieve we don't have it. But right now tell me, from where all of it is projected? What gave life to all of it? So it's like this whole universe is here, you are taking it all in. Where is this coming from? All of this search. So many things we are able to sacrifice and do for that. Where is this coming from? Here, even if I will be satisfied for a moment and I will have the greatest relationship, or I will have greatest success, or I will be the most beautiful one. I have a glimpse. But how this glimpse and how something which is just momentary can be compared to the one which created it? Where is the one who created this? Where is it? So this all interest which is outside, we close our eyes and we are asking ourselves a question, where is this coming from? Do I have to go out? All the time. I have to all the time go out for this love. And patience. Patience, it will be revealed from inside. And checking in, am I lacking? Of course, if I hear my mind, it will tell me, of course, I don't have this, I don't have that, I have to do this, I have to perfect that. But this is told many times. Please, don't listen to the mind so much. Just whatever you can hear, leave it. Leave it. It is nothing wrong, but just leave it. And let's go in and see, are we really lacking something? That for me was the biggest surprise ever. That was the biggest surprise. Because it was obvious for me that there is lack. And when you drink this, you just... You will just be fulfilled with that. So instead of going out, go in, even in meditation. Don't wait for some state to come. It's not about state to come. It's only about being aware of being aware, and even this is too much a bit. It is washed away. and then you can ask yourself, am I lacking? Is this lacking? Go there now, everybody. Do not listen to your mind. Leave the mind aside. Really, like take it out and leave it aside. Don't listen to it. It might talk, but you don't listen. If you are not listening to the mind, are you really lacking something? Check. It's like all these desires which are there are like suddenly disappearing. We seek for peace until we realize that we are peace. How does it sound for you?
Mindenképpen megnyugtató, de sokszor megtaláltam magamban már ezt az érzést, csak most a szakszámban olyan helyről is feljött ez a hiányérzet, amire eddig nem voltam tudatos.
Many times I found this place in me, but on satsang this feeling of lack came from a place that I wasn't aware of before.
Yeah.
Nagyon finom reakcióimra láttam rá, amire eddig nem sikerült.
And I could very subtle reactions in myself that I couldn't see before.
Great.
Nagyszerű. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you asking me to ask you to come?
So, sometimes I love satsang and sometimes I hate satsang, you know? And sometimes it's really nice and sometimes it's a real punishment. I feel like I understand everything. But I can just not rest, you know.
Never?
Huh?
Never in satsang?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I don't know if the rest which I experience is made or not made. And even the rest, even sometimes the rest which I experience.
So you conditioned already satsang. You already conditioned satsang. From what I hear, you already conditioned it. Satsang, it has to mean rest. The way you know it. What if you forgot this? What if you forget this rest, which you are conditioning yourself to have? Because there is expectation. Satsang, rest.
Yes.
There is satsang, it goes hand in hand with rest.
Satsang rest or satsang frustration, you know? It's like, because you know, I didn't go to satsang in a long time now. It's been a while, but I really go crazy with, because I'm really aware of all of it. Like I always say the same thing. No, I'm aware of everything. And then it's just I cannot stop commenting that I'm aware of everything. I'm aware of this, 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 and this, and this. Okay, I should relax now, but I'm not relaxing. So there's no, and then I see, okay, Laurent, just be quiet, just be quiet. So I'm trying to be the quiet.
Okay.
But then I comment myself being quiet.
I'm happy for what you say because it's honest what you say now. It means that your seeing actually is not fulfilling. Some seeing is there, but it's really not checked fully, and it's not fulfilling, or not always fulfilling. You probably experience a moment when the seeing is fulfilling, is nourishing, is like enough. But just this empty statement, it gives you nothing when you say, okay, but I see it. So your mind is very smart, as every one of us is smart. Mind is not so stupid. I mean here that the mind tells you, but you see it, but you see it. So by using those sentences, you yourself are telling yourself, this is not enough, this is not finished, the journey is not finished, you don't get that fully right now. Because it will eventually go away. It's like this voice which you hear is actually your desire for truth. But you are maybe listening to a little bit differently, or you're sometimes sleeping for this voice which is actually asking you for enlightenment. Our minds are also helpful. If you will see the seeing like the way, nourishing way, this will be not necessary. It will collapse, and sometimes it collapses. You just have to be present to see that sometimes it does. Really, we cannot convince ourselves of truth if it's not there. It's not possible. That's why we have a help of the mind. Right now you have, but Laurent, you see it, but Laurent, you see it. This convincing doesn't help. So let's go to the beginning. Because I feel you also know the fulfilling seeing. But also bring your presence there to see, and also your good friend, mind, bring there to see what's going on there. How we feel right now?
Okay.
Okay, but disturbing with the mind or quite okay?
Quite okay.
Quite okay.
Mm-hmm.
Quite quiet.
Quite quiet, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So this quietness is a state of receiving, actually. It's a blessed state of receiving. You are receptive. You are receptive, so this receptivity is necessary for self-inquiry. So this is less. You are in a state somehow of receptivity, bigger receptivity than some time ago. And notice, what would your mind say about it right now? Is it content right now or not? Are you content right now or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is some contentment now. Don't analyze, don't go too much. Just still be in in receptivity. This is inquiry. This is a life self-inquiry, what you are doing right now. So this way we are seeing if we are fulfilled or not. If we are content or not. This way. This way we see it, not by analyzing this. So this is something a little bit different than usually. We confirm things. Somehow mind is a little bit more silent now.
Because I'm not trying anything.
Okay, so self-inquiry exactly means what are we doing to disturb this quietness?
I know what you mean, but
Slow down, really. Don't try to talk with me. This is not a conversation. We don't have a conversation here. Self-inquiry is not a conversation. We have to see what are we doing to disturb this quietness. We have to slow down and to see what are we doing to disturb it. It will reveal to you in a moment. There is a quietness. You know what are we doing usually? Usually to the quietness comes the thought. And we go on the journey with it. It comes desire and we go on a journey with it. But notice first this quietness as something prior, as something basic. That actually when we are not going with the mind, the quietness is simply there. We are not recognizing quietness by the mind, but quietness recognizes quietness. Being quietness. You see, it's a different kind of wisdom or intelligence recognizing this than analyzing. And the question will be again now, is this quietness fulfilling? Is it like satisfying? Is it okay?
yes.
We have to say it to ourselves, actually. Actually, yeah. When I'm not going with my flow of thoughts, projections, desires, I'm okay. There is some okayness in me always. I have to learn how to not disturb this quietness. We don't have to teach enlightenment. Enlightenment is there. We don't have to teach quietness. Quietness is there. It's the opposite. How are we disturbing this? But don't go even there now. Just immerse with this quietness, with this feeling of satisfaction, actually. There is nothing to say about it even, because nothing comes. to say about it? There is nothing right about it also. To be known about it also. Really, exactly, we are learning more how not to get distracted. And look, there is this quietness. And if I stand up, if I start doing something, it really doesn't break. You can move your hand, the body can move, it doesn't break this quietness. Same way, there is this quietness, and we may have some exchange of words, but we don't have to even. What is there to say about it? Nothing. Really nothing. And in this sense, we are one. We could mentalize this, but it's really not necessary. When we can see how it feels when we mentalize the things. It
Thank you.
Thank you. So you might feel the difference now in trying to understand the thing and letting go of understanding and really being receptive what we already are. There is some natural beauty in this quietness in us. Some gentleness, some softness, some happiness, we can call it even sometimes. It's a lack of luck. Appreciate that. Love that. How does silence feels? Okay or not? Yeah. Is it okay to function in the silence, or it's not possible? Can we walk with the silence or not? Can we eat with this? Is this okay? Is it nice? If it will be wanted, it will want you. Meaning that it will give you back. Or it's boring. Is it satisfying or not? Is it lacking something? Some juice? Is it lacking something? Or it's naturally fulfilled? It's not thirsty naturally. Thirst comes from the mind and the wrong perception. Wrong identification. Misplaced identity.